buying fridge magnets, taking thousands of photos along the way, taking selfies with an ancient cathedral in the backdrop, and then sharing all these photos with your friends on Instagram or Facebook. Does it remind you of anything? Do you recognize yourself? I sure do, because I am a regular tourist, and I occasionally, once or twice a year, I go abroad, for example, to Europe or to other places, and I do all of these things. And I think most of us do the same things as well. And I think this is really great, because now I can call our society as a tourist society. Most of us can go abroad or in Russia, somewhere in Russia, and be just a regular tourist, just wandering around the city and spending your money and getting new experiences, new impressions. I think that's a great thing. But this regular and traditional type of tourism, I think it has its flaws. First of all, it's quite expensive now, because you have to save up for your trip. When you go there, you have to pay for residing in somewhere, for your transport expenses, you have to have your meals and buy souvenirs, lots of stuff. So you really have to organize it all financially and otherwise. Secondly, I think one of the real drawbacks of this type of tourism is that you don't get to know people and their cultures really well. So you have only a shallow impression, shallow view of how other people live, what their interests and hobbies are, what do they do in real life. So you only go to some tourist attractions where there are special kinds of people selling you all this stuff and producing their own kind of expression. You don't really talk so much with locals. And I think that's a bad thing. And the third thing is that actually it becomes quite routine. So everywhere you go, you do the same thing. You lying on the beach, sunbathing, or you just visiting some old cathedrals and reading the descriptions on your iPads. So it becomes really, really mundane. And I have a perfect solution to this problem, and I want to share it with you. And I want to persuade you that there is a far better way of tourism that we know as regular tourism. And this far better way is called volunteering. Welcome to this great world of volunteering. You might have the impression of volunteering as something not really great. Like working in some difficult condition, doing some hard physical work, often in dirt, no perks, no fun, no point. But that's a totally wrong view. And I want to share with you my personal experiences and experiences of my friends about what kind of volunteering they had and I had. And let's start addressing those concerns that I had. First of all, we say that traditional type of volunteering is quite costly, it's quite expensive, and it's really true. And volunteering, what's the great thing about volunteering is you can save up a lot. It's really, really saving you money and effort. Because, for example, you can go anywhere, almost anywhere on the planet, virtually for free or for very small cost. Basically, what you have to pay is only your transportation expenses to the place of volunteering and back. So, for example, I would never have visited Norway, its wonderful fjords, if I weren't a volunteer. Because the organization, the local tourist and volunteering organization, paid all of these expenses that I had during my stay there. And it's a great thing. It really helps you visit many, many countries in the world and not spend a lot of money. I think that's a great thing. You can find volunteering opportunities almost everywhere in the most beautiful places on the planet. In Iceland, in Kamchatka, in Tibet, in Africa, in Amazonka, I don't know, any place that you give to me, I will say there is a volunteering opportunity. So this is really, really amazing. If you want to go somewhere and you feel you can't do it financially, just Google the volunteering options and you will surely find one. Second concern that I had that you can't get to know real people when you go as a regular tourist. And as a volunteer, you have this amazing chance to really meet those people, to talk to them. You are usually in a group of 10 to 15 people. It's a wonderful mix from people all around the world. For example, when I was on one of my volunteering trips, I had people from Great Britain, from China, from Russia, Ukraine, from the Netherlands, from France. You see, this is a wonderful mix, and you get to know those people. You make friends with them. You share your experience. You tell them about your country, and they tell them about you. Tell you about their country. So this is a really, really deep and rich cultural immersion into the cultures of those people. You really get to understand them, to understand the way of life, the way of thinking, their hobbies and interests and values. Another concern that we have is that it's really you kind of do the same things as a tourist, the same places, the same hobbies and types of interests. As a volunteer, you can do any work you like. For example, if you like the nature, if you are a lover of nature, as I am, for example, you can go for the conservation volunteering. So basically what you help to do is to help maintain the national parks. And you have this opportunity to just overlook this beauty of the nature. If you like animals, you can go to the Pacific Ocean, to the coast, and look for the sea turtles. If you like playing with kids and you are a very social person, you can go to kids camp and teach kids English, for example. That's what our colleagues from Free Speakers Club did when they went to Vietnam and they taught local kids poor kids some English speaking skills. That's an amazing thing. And the fourth thing I'd like to share with you is that you really make a difference as a volunteer. You really do, and that is not an overstatement. For example, if you go to a national park and help get rid of some rubbish that there is there, you can save our planet for your kids and grandkids. If you help local kids in Vietnam learn English, that means that they have an opportunity to go to college, to get a good job, and to succeed in life. And their opportunities are really, really endless. So if you choose some field of work that you like to do, and you go there and you help it work, you get this experience, and you really make a difference. You really help somebody or the whole planet in the long term. So I hope that I've covered all these concerns, and I've really shown you that volunteering is a great type of tourism. I think it is unrivaled. There is no other option for you to get this cultural experience whilst helping others and doing it virtually for free. So what you can do now, after coming home, you can actually Google lots of websites that are out there, and I think I would like to share some sites that I usually do when I'm choosing my volunteering trips. There are some really good sites that give you hundreds and hundreds of opportunities. I will upload all of these links and descriptions on our Facebook page and our website page, so that you can give this information from first hand and Google it for yourself and try it out and probably find the best volunteering options for yourself. So guys, please think about it, give it a try. Don't just be afraid of it. And if you have any questions, any concerns about volunteering, please, you can ask me a question, write me in every social network, and I will help you and give you advice. And I really hope that sometime you will be standing here and telling us about your volunteering experience. Thank you very much.